Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Superstar PartyPlex at 12 FPS called One Man's Trash is Another Man's Trick. My name is Zen, and today I will be playing the Night Guard, Eggs Florentine, and in theory, Handy, who might or might not actually show up. We'll see. And
Andy
join.
is there in spirit.
Mm, and I mean, it's physically there. It's just a matter of whether or not it's going to talk or not. Who knows? Um, and with me here today is.
MJ! And I will be playing the lovable little dumpster gremlin, Trick!
Trick can be both a goblin and a gremlin if she wants.
That's a treat.
Hmm. As a treat, she deserves it. Uh, so, like most games that involve eggs, it is night at the PartyPlex, probably sometime around 1 or 2 a.m. The PartyPlex has been closed for a bit, and it will be closed for another good few hours. And Eggs has sort of like done his rounds once or twice and is currently sitting in one of the security offices, clicking through the cameras.
Yippee! Yeah. Well, I'm assuming he's keeping an eagle eye on all the security cams.
A, a, a pretty good eye on things, I think.
You better, or else we won't have a game.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I'll just say that in one of the little cameras views, uh, it's normal at first, and then there's sort of like some movement near one of the trash cans. And then suddenly, a little bunny rabbit pops out, hops down from the trash can, looks around, and starts sprinting off.
Oh boy. Eggs is immediately like zoning in on that camera, checking what area that camera's in. Uh,
I'm just gonna say an area near wherever he is, like.
mm-hmm. Yeah, and he realizes like, oh shoot, that's nearby. I might be able to, and takes off running in that direction. I mean, we could have him roll stealth and Trick roll perception if we want to see if he's able to sneak up on her.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My brain just went to that one gif from like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs of like the cop running or approaching eggs. But yes, I like the idea of rolling.
Alright, Eggs has a great +0 to his stealth, so that's a 4.
And Trick has a great, actually, decent +3 to his perception. Hey, they're both doing great, but Trick is doing better than yours.
Yeah, she's definitely going to hear, like, very fast footsteps against the tile floor that seem to be getting louder. Someone's coming.
I just kind of imagine it's like she turns to look in confusion at where the like footsteps are coming from. Like she's kind of like ducking like behind the trash can again to poke her like head around it to look, and like she just sees the masked security guard round the corner in a dead sprint.
Yeah. Oh. And Harlequinette sort of told her about this guard, didn't they?
Hmm. This guard seems to know something about the night terrors, enough to be poking around in the basement and then having sent some sort of message about knowing about Harley Quinn's friends. So yeah, she knows this guy. She does not want to interact with this guy. She sees that this guy is heading dead towards her. She's gonna book it. I guess I'm gonna do an athletics.
Sure, I can roll in athletics too. That's also a +0.
I, Trick is so much more athletic than this
My god!
poor frail security guard who's probably vitamin D deficient and everything else deficient as well.
Oh.
I guess for listeners, Angst rolled a 3, meanwhile, Trick rolled a 16. She
I'm pic-
sees.
I'm
Oh, go ahead.
I'm picturing Trick doing the like toonie where their legs just become a blur and they speed off.
Yeah. Tengu in the chat. This is our night guard. He has every disease.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Eggs rounds the corner, makes eye contact with the bunny rabbit, and then the bunny rabbit just takes off like Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm thinking like as he rounds the corner, like someone's been through here to mop recently, and he sort of slides and slams into the wall, and then has to like get back up to continue chasing after Trick.
Yeah, I'm gonna say with Chick's head start, she like. I'm trying to think of what like location would be funnest for them to be near.
Hmm. Also,
Uh,
does Trick want to roll a perception?
oh, perception. Yes, I could do that. 20.
Ooh, dirty 20. Yeah, as Trick is running away, she can hear this night guard whose voice seems to be very quiet, trying to call out, like, wait, please don't run. I just want to talk.
I think Trick doesn't verbally respond. She just like runs slightly faster.
Understandable.
I think she's gonna uh like Archie Golf is always a fun place to go because it has all the plants and whatnot.
Yeah.
So she sprints into Archie Golf. They had been in like one of the hallways
Uh-huh.
and I guess I'm gonna roll stealth to see if if she can hide from our Cringeville security guard here. Does Trick have enough fingers to flip someone off? Does she? Hold on, I have to look at her reference. This is an important question.
I feel like it's the spirit of the thing, cause like
It's the spirit, like
you can flip someone off with your whole arm. Like the finger isn't necessarily needed.
okay, she has 4 fingers, so not exactly a middle finger, but she could flip someone off Britishly. They used to.
Oh, interesting.
If there's a will, there's a way.
I mean, she does have an exact middle finger. I'd say
Oh, I guess you're
I'd
right.
say that's perfect for flipping someone off. Anyway, that's stealth
Anyway, I'm
roll.
gonna roll stealth. Oh, she has a +9 to stealth. Our Cringeville
Oh
security guard
god.
might not ever find her again.
Oh
20!
my god. That's a nat 20.
Net 20 plus 9 equals 29.
Even if
Yeah.
he rolled his highest stat, which is investigation, and also got a nat 20, he cannot find her. I'm
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have
This
him
is.
roll anyway and see how close he gets. 17.
Well,
Yeah.
you got about halfway there.
Oh, he like throws open the doors to Archie Golf, and the place looks pretty much normal. There's probably some stuff that was like rustled up from Trick running through here, but like no obvious signs that Trick is still in the room.
Other than the fact that the small plushie could probably not make it from one end to the other within like the less than a minute she was in there.
True, but he has no real idea where she is in here. She could be anywhere.
It's time to start walking around Archie Golf and calling out for her like a stray cat.
Oh. Honestly, I think like he like looks around a bit and then he sort of like kicks at the ground and goes, "Damn it. I thought I was close that time." Under his breath, which I don't know if that was legible at all.
I'm not sure if it was. My mom just opened my bedroom door to let in a cat. I was distracted. Hold on, I have to let the cat back out. She's indecisive. I'll be back in just a sec.
I went looking
Okay,
for
I'm back.
I went looking for an image of the beast from Slay the Princess because, you know, she's lost in the foliage with no sign where she is. And instead, someone drew an Animorphs cover. Oh, I should stop Googling things in the middle of a game, but.
I don't know. It's like I feel like we're getting like all the hijinks out of the way, so that then we can have like condensed angst. Either
The
that, or we have
whiplash.
severely, severely miscalculated what the angst level would be.
Oh. But yeah, X comes into the room and sort of like kicks at the ground and goes, "Damn it, I thought I was actually close that time." Uh, and then like a bit louder but still very quiet because this man's voice has two settings, quiet and quieter. Um, and he goes, "Trick, are you still in here?"
Oh boy. This is like sort of the question where the silence you receive is either the silence of no one answering or the silence of no one being there. But I'm just gonna like hold on, I'm looking at what Trick could do. She's still in the room. I know that. Ace isn't sure about that, but I know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if Trick doesn't do anything, he'll probably get Handy's help to call out a little bit louder, but
I think I'm just gonna have her. Hmm. Can she roll insight on this guy?
yeah.
19?
19. Yeah. This guy seems pretty genuinely sad and disappointed that she's run away and hid. And, like, I mean, that emotion tastes kind of rotten and gross. More so than it should. Um, and, uh, yeah, he's not mad. He doesn't have any genuine anger towards her. It seems like he really did just want to talk and is disappointed that she doesn't want to talk to him. Not necessarily surprised, but
Okay. I think Trick is now contemplating, like, slowly creeping closer unbeknownst to him. And I think she has a plan, and it's kind of a dumb plan. But she's like, okay, this guy knows me somehow, wants to talk to me, seemingly has no ill intent at the moment. Yeah, she's gonna stretch into her taller form and leap on the guy.
Okay.
Her plan is to just knock this frail skeletal man over and pin him to the floor, possibly using one of her large pins to actually pin his shirt.
Oh boy. Should I roll something?
I guess we would count this as a sneak attack, though I'm not gonna roll damage. And gotta, so, yeah, let's. Sorry, someone who doesn't do combat ever.
We could roll it as a grapple, which is one of like 3 D&D things I feel like I've got down pat.
Yeah, so I mean, really, all this could be is a grapple, unless we do athletics. But I feel like strength is involved in knocking someone over, so I'm gonna do it as a grapple.
Mhm.
And maybe I have, I don't know, like, so for a grapple, it's like we both roll contesting strengths, right? Or
If
wait, is
you
it
wanna
strength first?
if you wanna grapple, you roll athletics, and then to get out of it, I roll either acrobatics or athletics, which are both a +0, so it's the same either way on my end.
Okay, so I roll athletics. That's good. She's not. She's got a +4 to that.
Oh my fucking
20.
god. Our cringe failboy got a nat 20.
I guess I'm sorry. I'm just like, how tall is Eggs? Remind me, like
X is 5'10".
5'10" versus even at her stretched out form, she's only like 4'3". So okay, it's like I'm imagining Eggs. Here's like the ripping of seams. Turns around just in time to see this monster bunny jump onto him and try to knock him over. But she is so light. She just kind of like suddenly is clinging onto him like a rabid koala, looking
Oh,
also very surprised that he did not at all like even fall. Like there
mhm.
wasn't even a stumble.
Oh. Uh, and he's just like, Trick. And like riding off of that last insight, he sounds very happy to see her. Uh, and like very carefully and gently brings one hand to sort of like pat at her head if she doesn't move away. He is giving her plenty of time to move away.
I feel like when he says trick and is actually like genuinely happy, like cartoonish like question marks actually manifest around Trick's head. And then like the moment his arm starts moving, she's suddenly like, stranger danger, and leaps off.
Right, you don't recognize me. Sort of the whole point of the mask and disguise, I guess, but
I want you to imagine like Trick is now like crouched on the ground holding one of her needles out like a sword. Suspicious squinting. Where should I recognize you from, Buster?
oh. oh.
And wait,
Oh.
wait, wait, hold on. How do you know my name?
uh.
And then I think she like her gears and her mind are spinning and she suddenly squints again like, wait, did Lexi tell you?
No, I haven't met Lexi yet. Uh. my fucking god, it's so fucking awkward to make this man say his name. Uh, Trick, it's me, it's Luke.
Like, Chick's face, had been like scrunched up, squinted, suspicious, and it's like she just blue screened suddenly. Just a wide eyed, empty stare directly at him. Hold on, I'm actually gonna roll a whiz save for her just to see if she.
That's fair.
Yeah, no, a 0 to that. Let's see, I'm gonna have it 13. I think her mouth falls open, and then it kind of opens and closes a couple times. And then she just lets out a very, like, faint, I'm hallucinating.
No, you're not hallucinating. If you were and you hallucinated me wearing this whole getup, that would be, I think, pretty weird.
Well, I think it's pretty. If it's actually you, then it's pretty weird for you to be dressed like, what, like a fox mummy? Why are you.
I mean, I couldn't have Harlequinette recognize me.
Why not?
Uh, I mean, I needed to know if it was actually string along or not, and how they were to people that they didn't know.
She actually, like, lets out, like, like a weird, like, wheezy little, like, scoff of disbelief, and then kind of actually chews on that a little bit more, and it's like, okay, but, huh.
I mean, you know how bad it would be if they were working here and they were still. Uh,
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry, this is kind of a lot.
yeah, sorry. Uh,
Wait, so I'm sorry, have you been going under the fake name Eggs?
I mean, not for the whole time. Just here.
Like, she kind of nods at that. Okay, because I don't know, I feel like you could have done better. uh,
Yeah, it gets tiring to come up with good fake names all the time. Been doing this for fucking 15 years. I ran out of all the good ones. I just slapped the keyboard and let it autocorrect.
she gets to laugh out a trick. It's like, in a way, it's like she just looks around, like almost expecting this to be some sort of elaborate prank by some, I don't know, the devil or something. And then it's just, does not prove to be an elaborate prank as no one is jumping out of the bushes going, "You're pranked." She looks back at Eggs, Luke, Mummy Fox guy, uh, and she just sort of like shrugs and is like, "Okay, yeah, that fair enough. Fair enough. So how you been? If it is you, really. I mean, you knowing Stringalong's name, it's kind of, and my name, it's kind of. You really freaked Harley Quinn out with that message, you know.
Yeah, it wasn't really me, but yeah, I could tell I freaked them out. All the others are still here then?
She kind of like takes a sharp breath in. Because, yeah, I mean, look, she like plants her needle on the ground and kind of leans on it like a cane and like gives him a pointed look. I I don't know how to feel about you being Luke. I'm not sure if I entirely believe you being Luke. And even if you are Luke, I'm not sure if I mean maybe where the others are should just be a secret for now. Like it's just
Yeah, I can see that, I guess. I mean, you can ask me stuff to prove that I'm Luke if you want. That feels so weird. Uh, I mean, I am going to ask questions about the others, but mostly about Harlequinette. Then, but like, you can ask questions first.
yeah, I'm trying to think of what I mean so what well and she's clearly having a lot of trouble even just thinking of what to say. Why did you come back now? Like I kind of thought you would never want to see any of us again.
Yeah, I kind of thought that too. But when there was that attempted kidnapping a couple months back, one of the news sections had Harlequinette on it, and I thought, oh, that looks a lot like String Along, and they could do a lot of damage in a place like this if no one knows what they're up to and they're still trying to scare people.
There. Okay, first, just to clear things up, the kidnapping was an unrelated person.
Yeah, I know it's an unrelated. I didn't think they kidnapped the kid. It's just.
I know. I just had to clear that up because I know. Look, I know the others have been. We have done a lot of bad stuff since we last met you. We did a lot of bad. I mean, they did a lot of bad stuff last time we saw you, and there was this fire, okay, and it sort of it woke String Along up, and now they're trying to be good, and now both of us are trying to help the others be good again, and technically we've had a good, a good while here without them doing anything wrong. I mean, they're not like perfect yet, but they're closer to how they used to be.
Uh, you can roll insight.
Oh boy.
13. What you get with that, he is pretty genuine as he says, "Oh, that's good to hear. I mean, I kind of hoped it wouldn't take them this long to get back to themselves, but I mean, past a certain point, I really didn't think you guys were going to at all, so."
I think Trick just kind of nods, like, yeah, kind of surprised about it too, honestly. So, um, in a way, I'm kind of becoming increasingly sure you are Luke, but I don't know, like the mask and everything. I just
Yeah, sorry. I understand the trepidation, I guess. I mean, if you want to ask me stuff about, like, my father or our life or back in Fruma or Alex, I guess, to prove
kind
it.
of takes like a pain breath in at the mention of Alex. I'm not. I don't want to torture you. I just here. How about this? Who was the first dreamer?
Fun, obviously.
Yep, yep, got that one right.
Hard to
Uh,
forget.
uh. Oh crap! I don't know.
And you were fourth right before Alex was born.
Okay, yeah, you got that one right too. I feel like at this point her face is kind of like scrunched up. It's almost a pained expression, but it's also like one of understanding. Like this is really him. He knows the lore. Uh, Trick kind of like finally looks up and says, "Yeah, that right on all accounts." So how have the I mean, like, I don't know, how has life been?
I mean, I could ask you the same thing.
Kind of sucky, honestly, but I mean, only have done a few atrocities.
Well, I don't love to hear that. Did I become inaudible?
No, no, I heard you. I was just trying to think of what Trick's response would be. I think
Okay.
it's just palpable guilt. I mean, you can also taste some emotion, so yeah.
It's like, uh, I, sorry. Sorry. I guess it's been a rough 15 years for both of us, huh?
Yeah, I'd say, it's kind of funny. I never really thought you would. I really didn't think this would ever happen, because I don't know. I guess I wanted it to at first, but then I just thought it was better to not happen. Because, I mean,
I mean, how could I have found you, Trick? You guys were all over the place. And, like,
yeah,
sure, you made
I
the
know.
news sometimes, but
Just, I'm so sorry, Luke.
no, I'm the one that should be sorry I fucked everything up back then.
No, no, you didn't. You did. Like, we all did a lot of stuff, and it's my fault. You're like, and she sort of gestures to his whole entirety. Like, I'm the reason what happened to you. I left you alone. I let you go on ahead alone. I left you alone with them.
Trick, Trick. He's going to, like, kneel down and sort of, like, hold her shoulders and be like, You couldn't have known they were going to do that. Like, neither of us could have known they were going to do that. It's not your fault.
It feels like it is.
I'm telling you it's not, okay? I never guessed that they would do that either. It came out of fucking nowhere, okay?
Yeah, they were nuts. They're still kind of nuts. I don't know. Sometimes I regret going with them. Sometimes I regret having come back to you to save them. And then if I just stayed living in the dumpsters alone, none of this would have happened. But they would still be down there. But you wouldn't be. You wouldn't.
No, they didn't deserve to be down there. Even if this is what happened because of it. They just never should have been down there in the first place, and that's my fault.
I don't think you can really blame yourself. I mean, if we want someone to blame, I guess we could just say, "Dear old dad did it."
Don't call him that.
I say it with as much spite and loathing as possible on the inside.
No, I know, but still. Even if it's said sarcastically and meanly, he doesn't deserve it.
Yeah. Harley Quinnet looked up a few old newspapers. Apparently, they never solved that mystery.
Yeah, no kidding.
Honestly, I'm still not sure what the others did with his body.
I am not sure I want to know.
Yeah, me neither.
I missed you, Trick.
Yeah, I missed you too. So, uh, are you just checking in, or are you still gonna stick around? Or
I mean, I gotta talk to Harlequinette, at least, and
oh, that's gonna be fun. She's sort of cringing.
yeah, I think they kinda hate me now, but
I don't think they do. I don't think they hate you, Luke. I think they don't like Eggs, the security guard who seemingly knows more than he should. But
I
I
mean
mean, it
that
makes sense for you to know.
I mean that still makes it hard for me to like talk to them if they're uh
I,
and
I could be there if you wanted. I could just say, "Hey, there's this guy who needs to talk to you," and then I don't know. You could do a dramatic reveal like you did with me.
uh
Then you would
I
give them a heart attack. Uh,
uh I mean it's not
oh
the
wait, forward choice.
yeah I mean it's not the worst idea, but I feel like it's going to get ugly and I don't know if you want to be there for that.
I could maybe just be somewhere nearby. And if you two start trying to throttle each other, I can run it and revoke both your rights to ankles.
Oh, so just come in at the ugliest part and make it worse.
That's
Tempting.
what I'm good at.
No, don't talk like that, Trick.
You see her little ears kind of flatten out, and she nods. Eh, yeah. Awkwardly rubs the back of her neck. So, you're gonna be around a while longer. I don't know. I'm assuming you don't want the others other than Harley Quinnet to know about you yet, right?
No, not yet. Not until
Yeah.
I know what the heck to do about them.
I think she sort of like her eyebrows furrow at that. She's like, well, you don't have to do anything about them. They're me and Harley Quinnet have it covered. We're dealing with them. We're making sure they stay. And she sort of gestures vaguely. Stay relatively at peace.
He sort of like looks at her a little bit skeptically, like, I. I mean, I guess that's good, but I don't know. I don't like the idea of them being out there and hurting anyone else.
Yeah, me neither. But like, what's the alternative here? I don't want my family put down like a sick dog.
I mean, I'm sure if the police or anyone find out about this, they're going to be locked up again, and I think that's worse for them.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think they would take well to being put in another cell.
So, Harlequinette really is, I mean, Harlequinette and not string along putting on an act, you think?
Oh, they're definitely like genuinely reformed. I don't honestly. I think out of all of them, they've made a full recovery. Like, I mean, they still scare people, but it's not like anything different than they did, as before everything went south. It's
Yeah,
just for
I've been
fun
hearing about
and
that.
not to hurt. They really care about the PartyPlex, okay? And please, 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 don't ruin it for them.
I have been trying so hard not to, Trick. I have
I
been trying not to tell anyone about their past or why I'm asking questions about them or why I might have the slightest suspicion about them.
that's good that you've been trying to cover for them. Sorry, it's hard not to be a little bit wary of things getting bad again. Not because it's just I don't think anyone wants to know that the creepy clown at the Partyplex has been a creepy clown on the run for like 15 years.
No, probably not. Did they really get like all that animatronic stuff put in without anyone noticing?
It was sort of a tricky thing, but they were damaged enough from the fire that I was able to just we started. The others were like completely knocked out by the fire, but String Along was still a little aware. and we were able to plan. And I sent them here, and well, I mean, we kind of knew the heart would be a little bit hard to get around, so it was a risk, but we temporarily removed it, and I snuck back in and put it back in them after they were all fixed up. Otherwise, it worked. Wasn't fun, but it worked.
Clearly. Hmm. And when you say the others were knocked out by the fire?
I mean, like disintegrate. They're not. They don't really have bodies anymore. They have some. I salvaged what I could from the fire. And I kind of have this theory that maybe we're kind of unkillable in a way. Not like unkillable, but like you need to do like apparently we can survive if enough little bits are grabbed and put into something else.
Yeah, that's a little bit troubling.
What a real insight on Trick.
Sure.
What's funny?
30-20.
She finds the use of that's a little bit troubling. A little bit troubling.
I mean, she can roll insight on him if she wants.
Yeah, I'll just say for her though, she's like she both understands why it's a little bit troubling, but also is a little bit hurt by the implications there. But yes, I have a real insight on Egg Boy. Luke! Wow, an actual name! I
we
trained myself for so long not to call him that, now it's gonna be the opposite.
Oh yeah. No more having to catch ourselves and edit it out when we say it by mistake. 15. Uh hmm. What do you get with a 15? Yeah, he is kind of worried that the night terrors can't be just killed by having their bodies disintegrated to ash. That, he feels like, should be a pretty surefire way of killing someone. And,
I don't know you would have experience with that, huh?
how dare you? I, I strangle you. Oh my god.
That was a
Uh,
low blow.
hmm. Good thing he can't hear you. Uh,
Oh, what? He did disintegrate me?
he would cry, but uh, uh, he is uh off put for more reasons than not being able to kill the night terrors if they turn out to be evil, and that's what you get with a 15.
Oh my. Yeah. Uh, why do I just get a feeling they both kind of have like faces like they both just ate a sour lemon? No one is having a funky good time here. I think Trick just kind of like looks around aimlessly, trying to think of how to like respond to that, and then finally she just kind of like shrugs and says, "Yeah, well, that's the state things are. That's just what we figured out. It's kind of nice to know that maybe I won't ever really die, but
Is it?
I don't know actually. I think it would be worrisome to say like, oh crap, I can never die, wouldn't it?
I did not parse that, sorry.
Oh, Trick says. What did I just say? She said, she thinks it would be like worrisome if she said the opposite, like, oh crap, I will never die.
I mean, oh god, it sounds so depressing to say after a while you might want to, but I guess too
Okay,
is.
that has her face going fully into concern. Luke?
Mm,
I think she reaches out and, like, kind of hesitantly puts one of her hands on him. Are you. Wait, okay?
no.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's. Um,
She can also roll perception
oh
since
boy.
she's touching him.
What's your perception again? 3, okay. 6. What does she
Uh,
perceive with that excellent roll?
he doesn't feel very warm.
That's probably just the shirt, you know?
Mm-hmm. These uniforms, they can be pretty insulating. And he's got the bandages too. Like, how would you feel anything through all that?
Just, you have a very concerned bunny rabbit looking at you.
Mm, okay, please. Don't. I am so fucking sick of tasting concern for me. Just,
Well, sorry. I mean, I get it, but sorry.
no, like, I get it too. It's just,
We're kind of a mess, aren't we?
well, I definitely am.
If you're a mess, I'm a mess. I have been living out of dumpsters.
Again?
I, yeah, again, it seems to be my natural habitat at this point.
He is looking at you so sadly.
It's like she like waves her arm in the air, like I can taste the pity. I can taste it. You stop
Sorry.
that.
Sorry.
I've been managing, and that's all that matters, I guess.
I'm glad you've been managing, but you deserve better than that trick.
Yeah. So, what sort of situation do you have going on? Like,
I've got an apartment in the city.
oh, high class.
I'm.
It's not entirely sarcasm.
I mean, it's not the nicest place, but
Yeah, maybe I could. She kind of hesitates here.
you can
Maybe I
stay,
could see it at some point.
of course, if you want to.
I think it's really more if you want me to.
Of course, I do, trick.
Oh, wonderful in our insight.
Sure. Another dirty 20.
Yeah, you can instantly tell that. Of course I do, Trick. Hesley instantly push this bunny to the brink of tears out of just a weird mixture of relief, disbelief, and just like, oh, he does still love me.
Ah, he's going to hug her.
Yeah, I think she doesn't resist. She actually, I think, shrinks back to her smaller form as his arms come around her and hugs back, just burying her face in his shirt.
Uh,
Oh wait, I have art I could share of this.
yeah.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. The pain.jpg.
The chat filling up with oog
Ooh.
and wet. Yeah, he's just gonna hold her there until she wants to be let loose. Uh, and while they are hugging, he says, "You know, I waited for you in the cabin. I was hoping that you would show up, 'cause that's. I mean, you knew where it was. I, I thought you wouldn't want to see me again."
Like, I think he can feel her little grip on his shirt, like, tighten. She said, I went there once. I saw your car was still in the driveway, and I thought you would never want to see me again.
Trick, no, of course. Oh, of course I wanted to see you.
I think she lifts her shirt from her face from his shirt, and you can see the little black tears running down from her good eye.
Ah! Oh my gosh. He is definitely also crying at this point. Harder to see because of the mask, but yeah, there might be some black drips coming from under the mask as well.
I think despite her tears, like a watery, pained little smile forms on her face and says, I guess we both thought wrong.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh.
the, just the wailing from the chat. Both of us are having an emotion.
uh-huh. We're having emotions, and the chat is having emotions plus. Oh.
I think Chick just like holds, like buries her face back in his shirt and just holds on for a long while.
Mhm.
Till eventually, I think her voice kind of like blurbles up and she says, do you think you could go leave your shift early tonight?
Uh, maybe. I mean, I haven't really used any of the PTO they gave me yet, so if I think I could swing that.
think we could go to your apartment?
Yeah, yeah, we definitely could. Do you need to tell Harlequinette you're leaving? Or any of the others? Are they gonna get worried?
Nah, I'm pretty self-dependent at this point. As long as I'm back within a day, they won't worry.
Okay.
I think she finally kind of slips out of the hug, rubbing her arm kind of anxiously.
Uh, uh, and Eggs, stands up and looks to his res watch and is like, Andy, can you, put in the. And Hansy's like, already on it.
Chick looks up at that. Did you guys just talk?
Yeah, so, uh, Trick, this is Handy, and Handy, I mean, I've told you about Trick, but, and sort of holds out his right wrist so that Trick and Handy can see each other.
Chick is surprised Pikachu face, but there's still tear streaks all down her face. It's the
uh,
saddest surprised Pikachu you've ever seen.
and Handy is casually just like, sup.
Trick just looks frantically from Luke to Andy to Luke again to Andy again to Luke again, and finally just asks, "You made a new friend?"
I mean, not really intentionally. I had a
What
magic
hasn't ever
surge and.
been intentionally? And it's hey, want to roll insight actually?
Sure. 11.
Well, you get that she's not angry or anything. She's just kind of surprised and maybe a little bit happy, but there's clearly a range of emotions going on in this bunny right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And X is like, I, I mean, yeah, but it wasn't really the same. So you guys, I mean, I just had a magic surge and then it came to life, and then Ajax did something, and now it has a personality, and.
I think Trick kind of just holds up a hand and it's just okay, so now you know what, you're saying things, but I'm just gonna take this as a new dreamer. You made a new one. Wow, hi little guy.
Don't call me little guy like that. No.
You are.
Mm-mm. No.
Is this another owl situation where you're older than me despite being a newborn?
Probably, yeah. So, don't.
Trick's face just scrunches up. I I don't hold it against you, Luke, but I do kind of get upset at kind of being younger than guys who are younger than me.
It wasn't an intentional thing.
It feels kind of I I know it wasn't. I just at this point you're just spiting me by making a watch older than me.
It's. It's not up to me.
Your magic is fighting me. And
When
she's
does my
getting a
magic.
little bit of a mischievous grin as she says this.
When does my magic do anything but spite people?
And then her smile kind of falters and says, a pin in that one. Anyway, Handy, nice to meet you. You're small. Are
Oh
you
my
aware
god.
of that?
Am I aware of the fact that I am watch sized? Yes. Imagine, uh, believe it or not, I am aware.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because technically that means you are a little guy.
That doesn't mean you can call me a little guy.
A little guy.
Oh my god. Eggs, how is this the best one? She's a little gremlin thing.
Takes one to know one. Emphasis on the little.
Oh. Hey, you know what? I finally made Angie's sheet. It has vicious mockery now.
God. Go ahead.
Oh my god, does a 10 hit?
Is a 10 hit? No.
Damn. It's a cantrip. Technically, it can just keep doing this.
It's just gonna keep casting vicious mockery on loop until it happens.
Mhm.
Why does this feel like an I'm not touching you sort of thing? I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
Mhm. It's not touching her, but by god, it is mad. You've angered the watch.
I just imagine like Handy's little eyes suddenly get like angry eyebrows.
Mhm.
Handy is fucking pissed. Congratulations, Luke. This is what you'll be bringing back to your apartment.
Handy is going to keep trying to insult and snap at Trick as they make it out of the building and into the parking lot until finally Luke is like, I cannot drive if you two are bickering. Please shut the fuck up.
I feel like there would be like a mutual, he started it sort of thing. I started it.
Okay, well, you both need to be quiet, okay? Or one of you is getting left here. And I don't know who it's going to be. I'll flip a coin.
He like Trick just like rolls her eyes and like flops in the back seat.
Mm, and Handy will shut up at that. It does not want to be left in, like, X's employee locker overnight. Or
Oh
over
god,
day.
over day. I kind of feel like this is a good point to end with Luke driving off towards his apartment.
Hmm. Yeah. Unless you want to have, like, Trick reacting to his sad as fuck apartment.
Oh, I kind of feel like that could almost be a separate FPS. Like,
Yeah. I could see that. So, yeah.
and I don't know if she would have much of a reaction other than, damn bitch, you live like this.
he has, uh, he has a sheet on the bed now. He had a full sheet set,
Wow.
but one of them got used for a Halloween costume, so. Do we want to end it here then?
Yeah. Wait, actually, as they're driving off, I think Trick will say, "Can we stop to get ice cream sandwiches?"
Uh, sure. Yeah, we can stop for that.
Yes.
Oh gosh. Well, thank you for
Well,
playing, MJ. We've been looking forward to this one for so long.
yeah, I think this was almost a year in the making.
Who knows? It's been Eggs was introduced in February, but we've been planning this for maybe longer than he's been in games. Who knows? I'll have to check the Discord timestamps.
Yeah.
And thank
Oh,
you.
it's been a while.
Yeah. And thank you to everyone for listening and screaming in agony in the chat.
It really fueled us.
All right, and thanks to everyone listening to the recording.
Enjoy. Actually, wait. I assume Cecil is gonna see this at some point. Hi, Cecil.
Hi, Cecil. I hope it was worth the wait. You can see
You've
why
been so diligent.
you can see why I wanted you to get caught up before listening to it, right?
Right?
The lore.
Lord. Anyway,
All right.
thanks for listening, everybody. Bye.